Hey everyone, my name is Kumo and this is my reaction to the 8th episode of the 2nd season of Overlord. So, in the last episode, we had focus kind of shifted to the minor characters, like politics of the Riestes kingdom for the most part. Like Strunoff and Climb and them fighting, learning about some of their similarities and everything. And the princess, who met up with some Blue Rose members, who apparently is like a leader for them, gotta, lets them know what to do. And his princess is apparently a genius, to the point where she's called a monster by the people around her. And we had Sebas and Solution. Solution apparently has had enough of Sebas's lack of prioritizing Ainz' instructions, the mission, to the point where she decided to tell Ainz that Sebas has betrayed them, which I think is a bit of a stretch, to say the least. He's obviously not prioritizing the mission as much as arguably he should, but I really don't think that's an accurate. I don't think it's a fair assessment by Solution. But it's not all that surprising because she has been clearly getting fed up with Sebas. Because Sebas is the most justicey of Nazarick, so some of his personal ideals might conflict with some of theirs. But anyway, let's get into it. 3, 2, 1, play. And we're starting off with Sebas. Okay, cool. Because last episode, that was the angriest we've ever seen Sebas, so yeah, he's out for blood. You'll see how okay it is. And possibly never see anything else again. Not really. Yeah, just sell some vendor trash, it'll be fine. It's a good thing you caught that. That would have been very embarrassing. But yeah, you feeling better there, Brain? You okay to be out and about by yourself? Oh yeah, Climb was given a mission, wasn't he? Last episode. Like, send a message to the other Blue Rose members, I want to say it was. Like them. Wow. What a horrible nickname. Especially because if you ever lose your virginity, then suddenly your nickname no longer applies and you have to find a new one, so it's really not a good nickname no matter how you look at it. Yeah, it is cool that the Blue Roses are actually, a thing in the series now. Because I don't remember the first time we heard about them. I'm pretty sure it was in Season 1, though. And that's maybe them. And you also had the one chick from the Slaying Theocracy talk about how the Sunlight Scripture losing to the Blue Rose doesn't really say much about their power. Something like that. Yeah, Blue Rose members. What were their names? I think Tia and Tina were a couple of them. I think one was called Evil Eye. Oh yeah, and Tsuwada, she's got a nice outfit now. Nice job. Man. So many evil. Oh, and Fiendish Leader. Yeah, so many untrustworthy looking people in that opening. Yeah, Gagarin, that was the other one. You're so awkward, Climb. Yeah, Evil Eye. And Tia and Tina were the twin assassins. Yeah. I'm a messenger boy, basically. Lock Kyuu, so okay, that's another one. Yeah, thank you. You were an adequate messenger pigeon. Yeah, again, beat it by him was great. Now you taught me. So he has been associating with the Blue Roses. I mean, anything can be countered. But that's good, yeah. You always need to have a transition. Oh? Yeah, I was about to say, is he really suitable for magic? Because usually people either are warriors or mages, not really both. Yes, he's really good. Nope. Just know your limits. She does have a really cool mask. I want to see behind it though. And the cloak as well. Picking on climb. Wow, I really wish I could see behind that mask now. That's pretty solid advice, but is this supposed to foreshadow something? Sadly. Were they lizards? Well, that's a cool looking sword. That is a really cool looking sword. To the point where I could barely pay attention to subs. Oh wow. I hope that's an exaggeration. You were eavesdropping? Are you sure she just wasn't being chuny? Wow. I think it's just her being chuny. Oh god. Yeah. Very much so. uh. I love this. Oh no, I've been caught. It's not what it looks like. I wasn't being chuny at all. I don't think that's what that was. Probably are. Oh god, climb, calm down. Yeah. Like, Ainz' group, for instance. Exactly, that would be them. That's Ainz and, Nabe. Another one being them. Yeah, Momon. Well, there's this thing with skeletons, and they defeated Shaltir. Well, he did. Well, is that... I don't think that's as impressive, but... Oh yeah, didn't we see that beginning of the season? But yeah, that's another one of the big ones. Oh yeah, he did do that, didn't he? I'm scared. Man, when you're impressing the blue roses, you know you're good. Well, he did it pretty quickly. It didn't seem that impressive. I bet you do. Yes, they could. They would not stand a chance against Ainz. I'd love to see that fight, though. Wow. Yeah, because you don't do it with any girl that asks. What's wrong with you? Yeah. Been staring at his sword, I see. Always. Like the blue potions? That was a fun scene. This not so much. Yeah, not like you could do anything about that. Just stand around and watch. Sebes. Here we go. Fast ones. By a very high-level butler. Oh, come on, Sebes. But yeah, this is the kind of thing that kind of goes against not... goes against being inconspicuous, which is what Ainz kind of wanted him to be. Which is why Solution's having issues. What is this minor character swooping in for? He's trying to steal your thunder there, Sebes. Not that he cares, because Sebes is too cool to care. As long as the kid's alright, that's enough. Is Climb gonna actually, stalk him? Is this gonna be how the Princess and Ainz meet up? Like, through this encounter? Who are you again? You're also the princess's bodyguard, you could have mentioned that. Now, if you'll excuse me, please stop following me. What, moving quickly? Not sure how you would teach that. He's like, why is this kid still here? Why is he talking to me? These are the hands of a pansy. You don't even have gloves. Could have phrased that first part a bit better. With enough imagination, this is a very... Your sword's a little bit short, man. You see Ainz' sword. Well, there's this girl that I like, she's royalty, and I want to protect her. Really that hard of a question to answer? That is some slow rain, though, and yeah, that's when they first met. When she first found her toy. Wow. Oh my god, dude. I guess not the worst answer, but oh wow. Poor Climb. He just wants to climb up into power. I think the viewers will survive without Climb. Well, good for him. What are you gonna do to him? Like, inject him with power? Oh well, even Brain's watching. Because I don't know how much training they can do, like, just in the back alley real quick. But I guess he just wants to show him a move, he can do that. quickly enough and just practice on his own, I guess. I guess that's what's gonna be. Just maintain your form. Jesus, some of these lines really can't be taken out of context. Seem would be a Fujoshi's dream. But yeah, he does have somebody. So he should be fine. Frightening. You did well not to die. You asked this after the fact. I'm a butler for the man who will one day rule this world. Oh, now Bray wants his turn with Sebas. Nope. So he's an acquaintance of one of Clam's acquaintances, Strenoff. I almost died to Shaltir. You may have heard of me. Probably not. You're famous because you fought somebody who was famous, basically. He's not a coward like you, who ran away from Shaltir. Wow. Yes. Sebas said as much going into it. But yeah, Sebas being very helpful today. If me with no talent can do it, you can. Yeah, please do. Somebody arrive. Some buddies. Wow. So is this why Sebas left to bait them out? Well, I mean, you can if you want to. Go for it. I wouldn't be too sad if either of you died, so, have fun. Yeah, I'll take care of everyone else. Oh, jeez. That was cool. Good thing he wears gloves with those poison blades. Yes, definitely. They're still not the strongest. At least they acknowledge Sebas' strength. That's good. It'd be funny if Brain found out that Sebas is associated with Shell Tier. So who wants to die first? Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah, no name lackeys, pretty much. Now see if you guys can handle like one. But yeah, sword versus daggers, always a fun fight. Because you can't really block two at once with one sword. Unless you're really good. Don't be raising any death flags there, Climb. I don't think he's gonna die here, but... Yeah, his move. Good job. Now let's see if we can fight some lizards next. Yeah. Get some information out of this guy. Relatively large. Okay then. That was a good plan. Yes, please kill a succulent. What, you want to actually do things? Man, poor Climb. Yeah. Time for words is now over. All that's left is to get it done. Probably be the next episode, though. I don't know, I have no idea how much time is left of the episode. I do know that I haven't seen Irons at all yet, so... and there we go, the episode's over. But yeah, Irons definitely has taken kind of a backseat in the second season. Sebas has definitely gotten his fair share of screen time this season, though. And Climb definitely got his screen time this episode. Like, I think just about every scene had him in it. Did not think that character would get as much screen time as he's gotten, to be honest. Considering he's only relevant because he's related in some way to a princess of the Riestes kingdom. Irons was at least mentioned in the episode because the Blue Roses were talking about the new Adamantites group. So that was the 8th episode of the second season of Overlord, and this episode. I don't really have a huge amount to say about it. There's really only two main scenes. We had Climb, who succeeded in delivering the message to the other Blue Roses. And apparently Gargantuan, I don't know if that's exactly her name, but it's her name sounds like that at least. She, I guess, was the one that taught him that one move that he used against Stronov. So, you know, the move that impressed Stronov was by her. And yeah, it was her and Evil Eye who were kind of the ones talking with Climb there, and they talked for a while actually about various things, you know, power and all that. They also brought up the new Adamantite adventuring team, Adamantite class adventuring team that had Momon and Nabe in it, and they were talking about some of the exploits that they did to where they were able to rise in notoriety so quickly, and which is cool. You know, some of that stuff was more impressive than others naturally, but you know, it was cool nonetheless. And probably one of my favorite, probably my favorite scene of the episode was just talking about what was her name, Lacuse? I think like her name was something like that. The one with the really cool sword. And Gargantuan was just talking about all the times where she basically caught her being all chuny with her sword. And it was a really, really cool looking sword, so I don't even blame her for being all chuny with it. I would probably do so as well. But that was hilarious, just they're making a bigger deal of it than it actually is because they didn't understand what she was doing. That was great. That was certainly the highlight of the episode for me. And yes, Climb. He's basically... You know, I first thought the name Climb was silly, but it fits him rather well because he's very much trying to climb up in power and climb up in screen time and plot relevance. So I really couldn't think of a better name for him, to be honest. Because that was a big theme of this episode. I want to get stronger, you know, for the sake of my mistress, the princess. And he met up with Sebas, who, you know, he helped him out a little bit by almost killing him. I just love when children are screaming in the background. Anyway. So yeah, that was the second big scene with Sebas, where they came across a kid being bullied. Sebas, you know, kicks asses, takes names and all that. And naturally, Climb's like, hey, you're really tough. Can you make me tough too? It's like, sure, I guess. Why do you want to be tough? You know, because I'm a man and stuff, and I got this chick I want to protect. Like, sure, whatever. Okay, come here. This might kill you, so be careful. Whoosh. And then Brain was all, hey, wow, you're really powerful and stuff. Can you make me powerful too? And something like that. And that's when the succulent guys showed up and with their poisony weapons, fighting. Sebas beat up all the ones and then left one for Brain and Clam to play with. And yeah, that was cool. So apparently Sebas is gonna go beat up Succulent now and take down that whole organization and all that. One thing I want to bring up, there's supposed to be 3 Adamantite class adventuring teams. You know, the first 2, Blue Rose and Momon's thing. And they mentioned 6 arms, and did they say that 6 arms was the other Adamantite class adventuring team? Is that what they said? I think that's what it was. And if that's the case, then yeah, we do know the names of all 3 of them. So yeah, next episode, yeah, there'll be some more violence, which is always good. A show called Overlord really should have violence in it. Although it should also have an Overlord in it who was not really in this episode, unfortunately. Like I said, he has very much taken a backseat in the second season. Most of this being talked about in scenes here and there. Even though the last episode was when Solution basically told on Sebas to Ainz. Even though that was the case, we still didn't get any of that this episode. But, you know, I'm sure Ainz will have a talk with Sebas at some point about what's going on, what Solution's all up in arms about. Whether or not he's actually betrayed them, which he really hasn't. He's just not doing a good job in Solution's views. But yeah, he is definitely not being very inconspicuous, that's for sure. So, anyway, yeah, like I said, not a huge amount to say about this. Beyond that, it was mostly just Climb and Sebas, a little bit of Brain here and there. And, yeah. Thank you for watching, and thank you Cnouki, as well as everyone else, for doing what you can to support the channel. It means a lot to me, and I hope we can continue to grow the channel together. If you want to do more to support the channel, then you can become a patron on my Patreon and get cool rewards like early access to certain videos. Have a good one.